Imagine a world where the sun goes down and life becomes smaller. The streets turn black. Homes become quiet. A child cannot read after sunset unless a candle is burning nearby. A worker must stop when the light disappears. A family gathers close to a weak flame. Careful not to waste it. Careful not to start a fire. Darkness was not just darkness. For most of human history, darkness was a wall. It told people when to sleep, when to stop working, when to fear the road outside. But humans have always dreamed of pushing darkness away. This is the story of one small object that changed daily life more than many kings, wars, or empires. It is the story of the light bulb, a simple glass shape that helped cities stay awake, helped factories work longer, helped children study at night, and changed the rhythm of the modern world. But behind this bright invention, there is also a darker story of danger, competition, failed experiments, public fear, and forgotten inventors. Welcome to Arthur's History, where we learn English through powerful history stories. Here, every story helps you improve your listening, learn natural English, and understand the world through clear and meaningful storytelling. Stay with me, because this story begins not with bright light, but with smoke, fire, and the long human fear of the dark. And if you are new here, welcome. I am glad you are joining this journey. If you enjoy learning English through history, you can subscribe and write in the comments where you're listening from. I always love seeing how far these stories travel. And now, let us begin. Long before the electric bulb, people used fire to fight the night. In ancient homes, people burned oil lamps. In castles and villages, they used candles made from animal fat or beeswax. These lights were useful, but they were weak. They gave only a small circle of light. They also made smoke, bad smells, and danger. One careless moment could burn down a room, a shop, or even a whole street. In the 1700s and 1800s, cities became larger. More people moved into crowded streets. Shops stayed open later. Factories needed more hours. Newspapers, books, and letters became more important. People wanted light that was brighter, cleaner, and safer. Gas lamps seemed like the answer. By the early 1800s, cities such as London began using gas lighting in streets and buildings. For the first time, some city nights were not completely dark. Streets looked alive after sunset, but gaslighting had serious problems. Gas could leak. It could explode. It made rooms hot and dirty. It still depended on flame. Then came electricity, mysterious and powerful. Scientists began to ask a bold question. Could electricity make light without an open flame? In 1802, a British scientist named Humphrey Davy created one of the first electric lights. It was called an arc lamp. It was very bright, almost too bright, like a small piece of lightning. But it was not practical for ordinary homes. It used too much power and burned too quickly. Still, the idea was born. Across the 1800s, inventors in different countries tried to create a safe electric lamp. They knew the secret might be a thin piece of material inside a glass bulb. If electricity passed through it, the material could become hot and glow. This glowing piece was called a filament, but there was a problem. The filament burned out too fast. Again and again, inventors watched their lamps shine for a few moments, then die. The dream of electric light was close, but no one had mastered it yet. By the middle of the 1800s, the race for electric light had become serious. Inventors were not only fighting darkness, they were fighting time, money, failure, and each other. The idea looked simple from the outside. Put a filament inside a glass bulb. Remove the air from the bulb so the filament does not burn too quickly. Send electricity through it. Let it glow. But in real life, every part was difficult. If the filament was too weak, it broke. If it was too thick, it needed too much electricity. If air stayed inside the bulb, the filament burned like paper in a fire. If the glass was poor, the bulb failed. A good light bulb was not just one invention. It was many small inventions working together. Many people helped build this story. In Britain, Joseph Swan worked for years on electric lamps. He experimented with carbon filaments and glass bulbs with little air inside. His lamps improved slowly, step by step. Swan was not just dreaming. He was building real electric light. Across the ocean, in the United States, Thomas Edison saw the same dream. Edison was already famous as an inventor, but he understood something very important. People did not only need a bulb, they needed a whole system. They needed wires, switches, generators, safety methods, and a way to bring electricity into homes and streets. This is why Edison's work became so famous. He did not simply create a glowing bulb. He helped build the world around the bulb. In 1879, Edison and his team tested a carbon filament bulb that could last for many hours. It was not the first electric light in history. That is important to remember, but it was practical enough to help move electric lighting closer to everyday life. Soon, newspapers began to write about it. People became curious. Some were amazed. Others were afraid. Electricity felt invisible and dangerous. A candle was easy to understand. A gas flame was dangerous, but people could see it. Electricity was different. It moved silently through wires. Many people asked, "Is it safe? Can it kill us? Can it burn our homes?" These fears were not foolish. Early electrical systems were not always safe. Wires could be badly installed. Accidents happened. New technology often arrives with wonder in one hand and danger in the other. Still, the promise was powerful. Imagine walking into a room and touching a switch. No match, no smoke, no smell, no open flame, just light. For families, this felt almost magical. For businesses, it meant longer working hours. For cities, it meant brighter streets and safer nights. For students, writers, and workers, it meant more time. But the story of the bulb was not only about comfort, it was also about power. Companies began competing to control electricity. Edison supported direct current, known as DC. Another system, alternating current, known as AC, was supported by people like George Westinghouse and Nikola Tesla. This conflict became known as the War of the Currents. It was not a war with soldiers. It was a business and technology battle. Each side wanted to prove that its electrical system was better for the future. The fight became bitter. Public demonstrations, fear, money, and reputation all played a part. The light bulb had opened a door, but behind that door was a larger question. Who would control the electric age? And as cities began to shine brighter, the world was about to change faster than anyone expected. As the electric age moved forward, the light bulb became more than a clever invention. It became a symbol of modern life. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, electric lighting began spreading through cities shops, theaters, factories, and wealthy homes. At first, many ordinary families could not afford it. Electricity was new, expensive, and not available everywhere. But slowly, year by year, the bright glow of electric light moved from rich streets into ordinary neighborhoods. The change was not small. It changed how people lived. Before electric light, the day mostly belonged to the sun. Work, reading, travel, and business were limited by daylight. At night, people moved carefully. Streets could be dangerous. Homes were dim. A single lamp or candle could not fill a whole room. But electric light stretched the day. It gave people more evening hours. Shops could stay open longer. Factories could work at night. Newspapers could be printed faster. Families could read, sew, talk, and study after sunset. Cities began to feel awake, even when the sky was dark. This was exciting, but it also had a darker side. Longer hours meant longer work for many poor laborers. Factories could now demand more time from tired workers. Bright cities brought progress, but also pressure. The bulb gave light, but it also helped create a world that never fully stopped. And there was another hidden cost. Electric lighting needed power stations, wires, fuel, and huge systems. The modern world became brighter, but it also began using more energy than ever before. A simple glowing bulb was connected to mines, factories, power plants, and later, environmental problems. Still, the light bulb changed human life in a way few inventions ever have. It made homes safer than open flames. It helped children learn after dark. It helped doctors work in brighter rooms. It helped streets become safer. It helped cities grow into the modern places we know today. And the story did not end with Edison, Swan, Tesla, or Westinghouse. The bulb kept changing. Early carbon filaments became tungsten filaments. Later came fluorescent lights. Then came LED lights, which use much less energy and last much longer. Today, when we press a switch, we rarely think about the long history behind that simple action. We just expect the darkness to disappear. But that expectation is the miracle. For thousands of years, darkness controlled human life. Then inventors, workers, scientists, and dreamers slowly broke its power. They failed many times. They burned materials. They broke glass. They faced fear, competition, and doubt. But they kept trying. So the next time you turn on a light, pause for one quiet second. That glow is not just electricity. It is history. It is human patience. It is the old dream of making the night less frightening. And it reminds us that progress often begins with a simple wish to see a little more clearly in the dark. At Arthur's History, we learn English through stories like this, because history is not only about the past, it is about the words, ideas, and human dreams that still live with us today.